Well, all right. Are y'all ready for to get into this beautiful color outfits? I personally selected this because this is a very, very popular color. You see a lot in the stores and in the leaves if you're in the Northeast, but it's time. It's time to get into some like holiday inspired type of colors. So I'm definitely going to be focusing on doing color pairing based off of that since we are approaching November and December, which there are a lot of just holiday parties, companies, and stuff like that. So let's get into what the color looks like alone. Here it is right here. It's like this cinnamon, brown, orange undertone type of feel. So let's get into some color pairings that I have curated. All right, starting off with this first holiday inspired type of color palette. We're starting off with this shade of green, this nice forest green paired with this cinnamon brown with undertone of orange. If you are, if you have like an outfit like this with this color and you're like, I want to know what shade of green would look really, really good, especially if I'm going to these holiday parties or I'm having like a gathering. Take a snapshot of this and let me know if you are going to be trying it or if you tried it and how it went. But this is a nice shade of green that goes well. It goes well with brown, of course. It's an earthy tone color. And then if you put green and orange together, that also works as well. So definitely let me know down below in the comments. Follow, like, stay tuned for more power. All right, spicing things up with this shade of, I'm gonna keep calling it cinnamon brown because that's what it just reminds me. Just based off of this outfit right here, it just reminds me of a cinnamon brown. But just putting a nice little pop. I definitely want to stay within the grounds of holiday, fall, winter colors. I'm not doing anything vibrant. So here is a nice shade of gold. If you were to wear a lot of gold or even just pull this shade of yellow, this looks really, really good together. Yellow and orange look really good. Yellow and brown look really good together. So this is going to work. And here is the shade that just looks really good together. If you're just putting, or if you're just curating your own outfit, definitely take a snapshot of this color combo. Definitely follow, like, comments down below, and let's go on to the next palette. Now, it wouldn't be right if I did not do the trio color combination because that is just what I do. I love to play around with colors. It's like a non-verbal communication method I like to use. But previously we just had the orange and yellow. This orange, which is the color outfit, and then this golden yellow. And then I was like, the first color also would look really good, which was this shade of green. That was my first palette. I had the green and orange, just those two, but pairing them together like this, I really like this. I like this a lot. If you really want to push the envelope, you could put a nice little red lip, but I'm not going to do too much for those because a lot of people are more on the conservative side. So if you're feeling it, definitely take a snapshot, like, follow, comments, and let's go to the next. All right, so enough of the girlies who do a lot of the warm colors. Here's something for the girlies who like to wear cool colors. So here is a nice little icicle type of feel. I wanted to keep the theme, as I stated in the beginning, that we're going to be focusing on like holiday and fall winter type of things, as if you're going to holiday events and occasions, the parties. So here's a nice shade of blue that looks really good with this cinnamon brown undertones with orange type of color. I honestly really like this. If I were to wear this, I would mainly have this orange color and then, accent it with this and then have like a pop of red. Depending on what shade of red looks really, really good, but that would be my memo. I don't really wear cool colors like that. So you guys let me know down below if you're feeling it. So here is another cool color that looks really, really good with this cinnamon brown type of color, which is this lavender type of color. The last color could have been too much or a color that's not really in their color palette in the closet. So here is something that is, you know, kind of known or something that you could have in your closet, or if you're just wondering what's about purple. What about the color purple? Purple and orange look good together depending on the saturation and how cool, how warm it is, and also the message that you're trying to exude. But here is something that pairs really well with each other. You know, I honestly like it. I would honestly wear this. I would wear this with a nice like magenta. Look at me just creating my own little palette. But if you're feeling it, definitely take a snapshot, like, comment. So I did a trio color combination for the warmer colors. So here is another combination trio that I had to like play around with. We did these two colors alone, which is this cinnamon brown orange and then this icicle blue. That's what I'm calling it. And now I wanted to go back and pair it with this green, which I initially started off this color palette with. I honestly like this. I was looking at it and I said, before I create a totally new palette, I think using the previous colors together will look really, really good. Since I spoke about me adding in having two warm colors and then sandwich in with cool, I said, let me do two cool and then the orange can be the warm. And I actually like this. I wouldn't wear it personally, but I do like this palette I just created. So if you're liking it, take a snapshot, like, save, follow, comments. See you next palette. Now, baby, it wouldn't be right to just do a darker shade of brown. It does, if you just had this color alone, it does look like it's just brown. But now that you have it next to a pure brown with no type of undertone, now you see what I'm talking about when I say it's like a cinnamon type of brown with like with orange undertones. So here is a very pure brown right next to it, and it was like a given. That's like a given to do the monochromatic type of aesthetic with this look, and it just looks really, really aesthetically pleasing. Whether you're a man or a woman wearing this looks really, really good together. So if you're feeling it, definitely take a snapshot, like, follow, comments. Let's go on to the next palette. Now I had to get a little carried away with the browns. So we just did these two together alone. So I wanted to go back. This was another shade of a lighter brown that looks really good. But I said, I wonder what it would look like if I added it to these two. And I like it. I like it. I think this looks really, really good for someone who has more of a definitely a lighter skin tone than me. Um, and depending on what you want to be your more dominant color versus your accent color, it's just so much you could play around with. But I like this color combination. It's so much that you could play around with, and it's also a lot of clothes or accessories that have these colors in it. So if you're liking it, if you take a snapshot, like, comment down below. All right. So I had to continue on with the three color combination, and with this one, I said, let me add in a shade of the green. Would it be too much of, I don't know, would it be just too muted? I like it, but I honestly would like this for a male. If a woman were to wear this, I probably would definitely tell her to throw in some red. A good red lip and some red nails to kind of just add a feminine touch to it. But this palette definitely does some numbers. I like it. You like it, definitely take a snapshot. Let me know down below if you will wear it, if you like it. If you don't, let me know. All right, so let's start off with some, well, let's get into the red. I didn't say start off. I've been doing this color palette. But for the ones who's been wondering about red, what reds? There's a few. So here is the first red that really, really looks good with this cinnamon brown type of color. It's not too it's not too dull, it's not too muted, but it does give it like a nice pick me up, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, this one is a little bit more on the dull side, but depending on if you have a very, very fair and like flushed type of complexion, this color combination may work for you. I can't speak for everyone, but it's definitely an idea. And lastly, here is the fire engine red that just. Now, depending on where you want to wear this to, but this can definitely work whether it's fall, winter, or spring, summer. I have lipstick like this. I've always had lipstick like this. This is my type of red. But for those who don't wear it, I mean, you can wear it from afar or just admire. But definitely let me know down below in the comments if you're feeling to take a snapshot, because the last video was very, very short. And let me know down below in the comments if you are going to be trying this alone. All right, so was that good enough for you? I hope I gave you a lot of great holiday inspired type of color palettes, because we are approaching and people may feel the pressure, or maybe you're not going nowhere, and I'm just giving you ideas just for future plans. But I love playing around with colors. It's definitely a superpower that I feel like can communicate a lot of different things, but people do not take it seriously. So this is your first time stopping by. My name is Mikara Reid at MIIEN. Yes, that's MIIEN. And I hope people have stronger decisions. They're more confident in their style decisions when it comes to individuals and retailers. So definitely go back, check out the palettes for this color combination. Let me know your favorite. And I also do more. I did a lot more. So definitely go back, holla at me, like, comment, follow. See you next video.